Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the DEVORAH in the fourth attribute. And we're describing over here, as we left off with yesterday, the concept of how much a Jew must love his fellow Jew, because we are one and the same. We are intertwined and connected with each other. And therefore, as he ended off yesterday, that just as HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants nothing disparaging about this person, HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't want the person to be disgraced, because we are the relatives of Hashem. So therefore we have to look at every single Jew. We are related to one another. We are a piece of the same neshama. We are deeply connected and enrooted to Hashem. And therefore we want also only the best for them, and we don't want that they should be shamed or disgraced. And he ends off this chapter with the following words: Af hu lo yirtze begenus chaveroi. So too, you should not want the genus, you should not desire the disgrace of your friend. V'loi b'tza'aroi, nor should you want him to go through any pain or experience any suffering. V'loi b'kilkuloi, nor do you want that he should have any failure or cursing or anything of the like. You don't want to see any negative for your friend. It should pain a person. And it should pain a person in such a way that if you see another one of your friends, you see another Yid that is suffering, that is in pain, that is going through a hard time, if you would see that, so it should hurt you to the extent that it hurts him. There's a Maisa with Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, DEVORAH, one of the greatest poskim of the previous generation. He used to have people come every day for whatever it was, an hour, 2 hours a day. They could come, ask their shilas, their questions, pour out their hearts, ask him for strength and for advice and for direction. And one time after he had sat for over maybe 2 hours with people that were pouring out their woes and their troubles, the last person left, and his wife brought him his lunch. And he looked at the plate and he looked at his wife and he said, "How is it possible that after everything I just heard, how could I even eat a morsel of food?" He was so sabrachin, he was so broken, he was so overwhelmed with the pain and the plight of other people. He asked his wife, "How could I sit here and eat a meal right now when I know there's so many people suffering?" And then he looked at his wife again and he said, "But I have an obligation to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu and to be there for Klal Yisrael. So I'm eating right now just to give myself the strength to be able to have the energy to go on and do my service here in this world." But his initial idea and thought was that there's so much pain that was just revealed to me, so much suffering that Klal Yisrael is going through, and that's a small spectrum. Whatever people could come in an hour or two and tell him, which means that the suffering really is much, much more, because for every person that comes in, there's probably another 100 that are going through similar situations. For every story that a person hears that is heart-wrenching and breaking, there's another 100, if not more, that of people that are going through the same and similar things. And therefore, it should pain a person when they hear about this, when they see about this. It should bother me, because since that me and this Jew, we are connected, we are brothers, we are sisters, we are relatives, we are one, we are all the children of one Father, of the Rabbi Shalom. Therefore it should pain me as it pains them. Says, and he concludes with the following words, Oy ba'oisai taiva, and the same thing says the DEVORAH. If you see, Baruch Hashem, another Jew that has a simcha, that has blessing, that has good fortune, that has success, you see, Baruch Hashem, they made a shidduch and the son is getting married. You see, they just sent out an invitation. They sent out a message. They're making a bris tomorrow morning. Or you heard about someone that didn't have a job for a long time, and B'chazdei Hashem, finally they landed a job. So says the DEVORAH, you have to rejoice for their success. You have to be happy with their simcha. You have to be elated when you see that they are being matzliach, when they are succeeding and they're having brachas and special siyata d'shemaya. Even if you yourself are lacking, Says the time of DEVORAH, that's regardless of the point. Be happy for somebody else. You'd be happy for your sister. You'd be happy for your brother. Again, putting all of our kina, our lowly midah of jealousy to the side. We should be happy for somebody else. And therefore, when you find out that someone had good happen in their life, rejoice for them. You share their pain when they're in pain, and you share their happiness when they are in joy. We have more to say, but as Hashem, we will continue tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.